What's going on, everyone? I'm Cashew. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different that I don't usually do, but I'm going to be breaking down the Borderlands movie trailer that has just released. So far, from the teasers, from everything else, this movie does not look very good. And after watching this a lot of times, this movie does not look very good. But there are some good things, there are some bad things, and I'll mention them as we go down. I'll be talking about any Easter eggs, I'll be talking about any little, bits that you may have missed when you watched it through yourself. Without further ado, let's just go. So it starts off, I don't mean to be that guy, but, there's a doll insignia on this manhole, so, best movie of all time, right? Best movie of all time. Opening shot on Krieg. That's pretty cool. We got the whole designs of the crew here. You know, Tina, Krieg, Roland, Claptrap, Lilith, Tannis. Let's start with the positives. Roland looks good, Tina looks good, Tannis looks good. Krieg though. There is an issue with this trailer that centers around Krieg, and that is Krieg does not say a single word or is included in any way. Like, you'll see as we go along, and also just as we continue on this trailer here, you'll just kind of just notice that Cate Blanchett as Lilith just does not look very good. It's the hair, I think. It's the costume design. What is this? There's no Sirens stuff at all. I saw a good tweet from, It's Termex, which was saying, big budget movie versus just cosplayers. And this is what Lilith looks like in the fucking movie. And this is what Lilith can look like as just a cosplayer. Look at the difference. Krieg's mask, is the big letdown of his design. I think Krieg's design in general is great. From, the scars, to the straps, to the buzz axe, to the giant glove, to the gauntlets. But the fucking cheap plastic mask just looks terrible. Anytime it's in the sun, it just looks awful. But, look at that! Look at that! Look, what the fuck? That's how you do that, dude. That's how you fucking do that. I digress, though. Let's get back to the trailer. The trailer then shows us a shot of Promethea, and then, oh, look who that is! It's Marcus dropping Lilith off on the bus. It's like Borderlands 1 or something. Whoa. What a reference. And then obviously we got Scare getting in by Rack. Now, chat, this is our first, major, what the fuck moment in this trailer, because your first thought is Mouthpiece? The fuck is Mouthpiece doing here? And you're like, why do all these bandits have Atlas helmets on? This is weird. And alright, let's start with the easiest. So these are the bandits. These are actually Atlas soldiers with weird orange jumpsuits, and this is of course hit Borderlands character from Borderlands 1, Crom, who's wearing Mouthpiece's helmet. Yeah. That's true. That is absolutely true. If you look at the casting list, which we will be referring to quite a lot of this, you will notice that there is no Sledge, there is no Mouthpiece, but there is in fact Crom, who is probably going to be the main bandit leader for the movie. He's probably going to have one vault key piece, you know, Atlas will have another key piece if they're going that route, so form the key to get to the vault. Maybe they'll do that, maybe they'll do it a completely different way, but at some point, the Bandits and Atlas join forces. And you can see that all over this trailer. I'll point it out every single time. But then, you know, you got a bunch of the fucking guys rocking up. And they got these futuristic looking buzzards. They kind of look like the stingrays from pre-sequel if they could just constantly fly. Followed up by what looks like Tina sneaking about. I'm going to say this. I'm going to drop my theory for what this is. Tina is sneaking in to the Bandit Clamp. To Crom's Canyon, if you will, chat. To try and steal a vault key without being detected. Or to set up bombs without being detected so they could get the vault key piece. That's what I'm feeling. And now we get beloved Borderlands ramp Pisswash Gully turned into an entire area in the film. And also, remember this for later, it says Danger Threshers, or more specifically Danger Thresher Piss, because this is Pisswash Gully. There's a bunch of piss here, because that's funny. See, did you know that piss is funny? Next, we have an Outrunner from Borderlands 2. Well, that's fucking crazy. Now, here's another thing. These are all Borderlands 3 heads. This is the classic one that all the Vault Hunters get in Borderlands 3, Vault symbol. I believe this is an Amara head, I think, that's on Lilith. And this is on all the characters, I believe. I think this is a flak one specifically, though, that this person's wearing here. This is this bird head, right? Then you also got the Moxie Jackpot machines from also Borderlands 3. I believe this whole area is going to be Moxies. And then, for just a few seconds, you get to see, oh my god, it's fucking Marcus. And oh my god, he's next to a Marcus machine. Oh my god, there's a legendary in the machine. What is this, Borderlands 3? God damn. But yeah, we can see it's anointed, and we can see it says free there, and I have no idea what that says. I've been looking at this for ages, like about an hour now, like just trying to figure out what it is. If you can figure out, if you know what gun this is, let me know, okay? Because the only thing that I can make out is that it's anointed. It might be level 66. This says free. Wait, is that free radical? Shit, that might say free radical, actually. Though you can't get free radical from a machine, so I don't know, they might have just taken it from the thing, but I think that says free radical, actually. But also in this scene, that's not all. We also have scooters. This is just Scooter's logo. And then we also got station. I wonder what that means. Oh, it's probably Pierce Station from Borderlands 2 as a reference, which was actually a reference to Commander Pierce from Borderlands 1. A lot of references going on, which is basically everything I'm pointing out today. This character, I have no idea who the fuck this is. I'm gonna say this is a new character. I don't think they have like that big of a thing, unless this is somehow Scooter, which would be, what the fuck? Then we got Bobby Lee playing a character called Larry. That's what the casting list says. No fucking clue. But Bobby Lee is in the movie, so enjoy that, I guess. Lilith falling out of a Hyperion drop barge, of course. Here is the only bit of Krieg we get to hear for the entire trailer. Wasn't that amazing? This chat is the CEO of Atlas, the antagonist for the movie, I'm gonna say. I'm pretty confident in saying that, seeing as Roland is fucking shooting him. Then we got Lilith over here with a flamethrower, the long musket, if you will. And then Roland here with an SMG, and Krieg out here like, do I get any speaking lines? No, he did not get any speaking lines. Then we got the Atlas Corporation rolling up. Yeah, and like, this is kind of what I was saying before about these guys. The helmets look really good. I love the technicals. They all have Borderlands 3 like gun variants, you know. These looks like what, Q systems or N systems or whatever the hell they are. But yeah, they look good. The helmets look great. The car looks cool. What the fuck are these jumpsuits they're all in? This looks terrible. Like, what is this? I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. I think the costume design in this movie is just, it's all over the place quality wise. I don't know, dude. But then of course we get to see Atlas soldiers teaming up with the Bandits. Like I said before, that's going to be a big thing through this whole movie. I'm thinking, you know, they join forces at some point. Then it's Tina on top of more Hyperion drop barges, and then she goes like, whoa, and then she blows it up. Now we're coming up on this part right here, where this just goes through all the actors. It goes Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, okay? But Krieg's actor is not shown here at all, which makes me think that Krieg is a minor character in this movie, or at least not one of the main characters. So does that mean that Krieg doesn't speak in the movie, and they're doing a I Am Groot sort of thing where they just get him to fill that extra slot? I feel like that might be it. But also we get to see another legendary in the machine, which is clearly an SMG, but it still says free here. But I feel like that could still be the free radical, but for some reason it's an SMG here for some reason. Shock SMG. We have the red text here. We can see it's a Mayhem mode gun. Like I said, chat, if you can see what that is, like you can like unblur it and you can like just see it with your eyes, that's crazy. Please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Lilith's got a sign behind her that says, "We sell to minors." What the fuck? Lilith out of a box. This is the equivalent of getting a white gun in the Borderlands franchise. This is our first look at actually hearing Jack Black speak, which is just Jack Black's voice with a robot filter, which is exactly what we were expecting. So it's like, yeah, right. I feel like you need a lot more of that. If I'm gonna give it any credit, I'd say it's better than Borderlands 3 Claptrap sounding, just because. And now here is a big one. You're like, oh, who's this? I don't recognize this person. Well, this is, of course, General Knox. Except demoted. This is Commander Knox. Going back to the casting list, we can decipher that the actor playing this character here is Janaea Gavanka. Totally said that correct. And they, on the casting list, are playing Commander Knox. Oh. So this is Knox. They've been gender swapped. They're just a completely different character now. That is a left ball that we were not expecting. So this is probably going to be more of a mini boss, I'd say. Kind of like how Crom is. You got Crom, you got Knox, then you got the CEO of Atlas. Also, you'll notice that Tina is holding a Torg rocket launcher, very reminiscent of how Borderlands 3 looks, except the trigger is all fucked up. This is like if a Tediore grip also had a matching grip, which also happened to be Tediore on it, as a fucking mutation, hybrid, whatever the fuck. It looks really weird, this grip, like what the fuck, anyways. And then we got the Firehawk right here as fireworks. I'm assuming that this is actually going to be Tiny Tina made these fireworks, you know, she's a pyrotech, right? She would know how to do that, I guess, maybe she would do that as like a bit of a show of affection, because I'm feeling like this part right now, just the way that like Cate Blanchett looks at Tina here, that this is going to be kind of like the emotional part of the movie where like the characters connect a lot more, because I can't remember the plot summary exactly, but I think Tina is a big part of the story, like where Tina needs to be delivered to Atlas for some reason. But yeah, continuing on with the trailer here, Atlas CEO is back, and honestly he's just better than ever. Like, oh my god, he's got bandits, he's got the fucking Atlas soldiers. He looks pretty generic. He's gonna be the main antagonist, I'm telling you, chat. But then, oh shit, we got Mad Moxie, who looks okay. I think the small hat is a little bit comedic, but she looks alright, all things considered. And then we got a nice confirmation that Lilith is a siren, because she's doing her phase walk teleport ability, which she didn't actually know how to do until she had Eridium, but whatever, she can teleport. She teleports Claptrap here. Then all of a sudden in the next scene, not only is Claptrap and Lilith there, but also Tannis, Tina, and Krieg. No Rollins though, that's odd. He might just be short, like behind Jamie Lee Curtis or something. That's probably what's happening, but yeah. And then now chat, this is a Thresher. Now I know you're thinking, how the fuck is that not the Vault Monster? And that's what I was thinking at first too. I was like, this is absolutely the Vault Monster. But then I saw something that was like, oh, maybe that's not the Vault Monster, and that's because they defeat it incredibly easily. Also, they defeat it in the trailer. So that's not the Vault Monster, okay? They drive through it. Great. Why do I think this is a Thresher though? Because obviously it said danger Threshers. This is still in the Pisswash Gully area. If we just go back just a few seconds here, right? After it eats it just right here, you can see like the eyes up here. This looks like a Thresher, like what maybe they would kind of like try and like adapt a Thresher into, just with the really the biggest change being that its mouth is like a skag on like the front of its like face here. But this is definitely a Thresher. It couldn't be anything else. That's the only thing it even closely resembles. Other than that, it would probably be a Vault Monster or a Sandworm. And it's Borderlands. That's the trailer. Now we just have one little joke skit to end us out.
I'm expelling the excess lead. I can't go if you're looking at me. Actually, scrap that. I can. I really can. Actually, it's helping.
Are we really waiting for this to finish?
Keep looking at me.
And that's the trailer. I think that as a trailer, it's not as bad as a lot of people were thinking, but that does not mean it's good. I mean, a lot of the costume design is incredibly off. A lot of it seems like they've just gone with some really weird decisions, like Crom with mouthpiece hat, then they got gender swapped Nox, I think the humor is going to be a really big thing. I think this movie lives and dies by its writing. I think the cast is obviously, it's a star-studded cast, okay? They can hit their marks, okay? But the dialogue is gonna hurt. I think a big thing that showed me this is this bit with Ariana Greenblat, who is doing a good job as far as we can tell, right? But it feels like the dialogue lets them down. So just listen to this and maybe you'll see what I mean.
Time to make it rain with your body parts.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It kind of just feels a little off. Everything about it feels a little off. It has potential. As I said, it lives and dies by the writing, but there's a lot of stuff that already feels like they're major red flags. First one, Krieg is barely in the trailer. The only thing we hear from him is a grunt, which is barely even half a second. Lilith's design looks awful. I'm just gonna come out here and say it. Lilith is the main character of the movie, and Lilith is hard to look at. That is a fucking problem. They're not going to be able to do some fucking Sonic movie shit where they just like replace fucking Cate Blanchett with CGI for the entire movie to make them look less fucking stupid. Because it's mainly just the hair. It's mainly the hair. They look fine, to be honest. It's just the hair being this bright orange. Just, oh man, I think it's just something that we'll get used to be honest. But yeah, Krieg's mask looks plastic. A lot of just the costume designs are just kind of whacked. But you know, if there's anything you want to take away from this trailer breakdown, from me personally, that's Marcus in the van. That is gonna be Crom. I desperately want to know what legendary this is in the machine, if you could tell me. And that is Commander Nox. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. I would love to know what you think of what this trailer is, because this is one nuanced discussion. I feel like this is something that I could talk about for hours. Like, this looks off, this is off, this is off. All these writers left during the movie's production. This movie has been in development hell. So much stuff. And it's just, what do you think? Do you think the movie will be good? Are you thinking 5 out of 10? Are you thinking 4 out of 10? Are you thinking 8 out of 10? You sick fuck? I don't have a lot of faith, but I think this trailer gave me a little bit of faith. As it stands right now, I don't have a lot of faith, but I will be seeing it as soon as I possibly can. So chat, once again, please tell me what you think about this trailer, just this whole movie in general in the comments. I'll see you next time.